Hello everyone. So today I thought I would talk a little bit about drop voicings. Uh, very simple idea that connects to every single other idea. As we all know in Barry Harris's world, every concept has a connection to every other concept. And this is one where you can make all kinds of amazing combinations. So let's get right to it. What is a drop voicing? Well, those of you that maybe looked at arranging it might sound familiar because it's essentially an arranging concept where you can take a voicing and spread it out over different ranges for different instruments. And I never thought about doing it for the piano until I came to Barry's class, and it was like, oh yeah, drop voicings. Okay, let's look at this. So here's the basic idea. Let's say we have a C6, right? And you ever heard first violin, second violin, third violin, blah blah blah. They're numbered from the top down. Excuse me. So you have the first voice is the A, the second voice is the G, the third voice is the E, and the fourth voice is the C. A drop 2 voicing, therefore, takes the second voice, in this case the G, and moves it down an octave. So now this would be a drop 2 voicing. A drop 3 voicing will take the third voice down, or the E, and move it down the octave. And a drop 2 and 4 will move it, the second and fourth voices, in this case the G and the C, and move them down the octave, and you end up with this. Okay, so let's have a look at what this sounds like using the C sixth diminished scale, again, the people's key of C. So in this case, I'll take the G and drop it down. So Barry might say this is C6, G is the drop 2. But what if we want C to be the drop 2? We would just find a voicing where C is the second voice down. Here it is, okay? It's this inversion of the C6. C is the second voice down, it comes down here, and we end up with this. Now C is the drop 2. And we'll take it up the sixth diminished scale. Oops, my bad. Okay? Now let's do a drop 3 voicing with C as the drop 3. So here's the third voice of C. This is the inversion, the third inversion. And let's move C down the octave, and we have this. Now, this might sound good down the octave too, because again, the wider you go with the voices, the lower you can play it and get a really thick, meaty, rich sound. Right? Okay, and then last but not least, let's do this down the octave. Let's take the 2 and 4, the C and the G, and move it down the octave, and we end up with this. Kind of like this because the hands do. It's fat. I like this sound. Okay, and you can see that, it's very linear. Everything moves very smoothly. And that's the whole signature of this sound, is the linearity of it, that everything has to do with movement, not chords. It's not blocks of chords. It's voices that move in a horizontal way. That's what gives the music that cohesive sound. Okay, so that's drop voicings. Now, you can do all kinds of things with this. So for example, let's look at this, right? Most people would say that's a C major 7, but of course we know in Barry's world that that's not a C major 7, that's a C6 with a borrowed diminished note, right? Or let's borrow 2 notes. Let's see if we take like a drop 3 on that. So get all kinds of cool sounds. Let's try that with a drop 2. Here's my weird chord. Let's drop 2 on that. So all kinds of really interesting combinations you can do with this. So one more thing I want to talk about is this idea of the 3-note voicing. Now, I remember once in class, Barry was like, I should have been teaching you guys 3-note voicings first. And so I listened to that. I said, oh, maybe I should look at these 3-note voicings, and they're great. And here's what they are. So let's take this C6, right, and take away one of the notes. We have 3 consecutive notes, right? You take the middle one, you drop it down an octave. Okay, so it's like a triad with a drop 2, kind of, not exactly, but let's call it that. So you end up with this voice, and you can take that up the scale. Right? Remember we said how everything connects? Take a look. Borrow a note. Wait a minute, isn't that like the scale of chords? So, yeah, so many possibilities there. So the 3-note voicing is very cool because it's very agile and it's very easy. And it also teaches all the other ones. So why? Because have a look at this. Here's that 3-note voicing with C as the drop note. Well, here's the drop 2. I had 1 note. Here's the drop 3. I got the same note on the top. And by then you're cool on drop 2 and 4. But you see that drop, that 3-note voicing is in most of them. So if you learn that, you're really in good shape. And there's all kinds of things that Barry likes to do, like kind of what you might call an échappé figure. That's what I call it anyway, just so that I can sound intellectual. But you get the idea. Here's what he might do. He might go. Right? What is that? This is a drop. This is a drop 3 of a B6, which is of course the family of D. We'll get into this. And that leads you to G, because right, a C6 is really an A minor 7. Okay? So you play this C6, the diminished thing. That leads you right to the drop 3 of the B6. There's your D7. Anyway, so many possibilities here. Other ideas with this are how to invert them in different ways, and we'll get into all this, but this video is getting a little bit long, so I think we'll leave it right here. And please, I welcome all your comments, any questions. I'd love to answer questions online. Might be a topic of next video, so don't be shy. Really, I love reading the comments. So, and like and subscribe if this was useful, and yeah, happy chording.